So, does a $55 weightlifting belt actually give you any assistance on the squat? We're about to find out in today's video, so stay tuned. What's up, guys, and welcome to another video with your boy Jordan, your online physique building coach and your pilot, which doesn't really matter right now, but we're going to be using this belt today. This is my little 55 doll hair weightlifting belt. I got it for $55 on Amazon.com, and it's called the Flex 2. It's nice. It's a nice little belt for $55. So we're gonna go test it out today. Last time I attempted 405 on the squat was a couple of weeks ago. I got it for 5 reps without a belt. Now that I've got this belt, I want to see if it makes a difference. Can I get more than 5 reps? Will I get the same reps, but will they feel better? How is it going to change my workout? How am I going to feel on the squat with this new $55 lever belt? Is it going to help my performance? What is it going to do? Is it going to make me feel great? Am I going to fly away? Am I going to grow wings like Red Bull? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. By the way, Red Bull does not say that anymore because they got sued for that. But guys, before we have an awesome leg day with my $55 Flex 2 weight belt, we're gonna have some bang. Some root beer bang. Some root beer bang.
I feel the buzz, yeah. You hit me up, yeah. I know what's up, yeah. Yeah, I know what's up, yeah. Yeah, I know you creeping, yeah, I know you sleeping, when you come round to my place, it ain't be no sleeping, no slide.
Alright guys, so 3 things that you should do pre-squat to help improve your squats. Number 1, plie squats. Now I like to do plie squats because they not only warm up the quads, the glutes, but they also stretch out and warm up the hips. I find that having my hips activated, having my hips warm and ready to go helps me out a lot on squats. My hips need to be warm. Also, light sumo deadlifts. When I sumo deadlift before my squats, just light, I go 135, 225, 315, which is still extremely light for me. I can do 315 for around 30 reps if I wanted to on sumo deadlift. It really warms up my hips, and what I like to do is 135 for like 8 to 10 reps, 225 for 6 to 8 reps, and then I'll hit 315 for 3 to 5 reps. And then I'll unload the bar, re-rack the bar, and I'll start squatting. Last but not least is dynamic stretching. You don't want to be doing any static stretching. You do not want to be doing any static stretching before you squat. So you want to be doing dynamic stretching. What dynamic stretching is stretching where you're moving in a movement pattern. So you're doing like a squat stretch, or you're rolling your legs back and forth from left to right, just stretching yourself out, but not holding, not statically holding, dynamically moving. Guys, doing all 3 of these things before you squat, I promise you will improve your squat. You will move up in weight. You will feel better. You will feel more mobile while you're squatting. Your world will change. Your world will change. Now that you know how I like to warm up properly, here are 5 things that I've done to rapidly increase my squat numbers. Rapidly. Very fast. Number 1, I upped my frequency from once a week to twice a week. I started squatting twice a week, 1 heavy day and 1 light day, so that my body is further adapting to the movement. Adaptation is key in strength progression. I upped my frequency, so I started doing more sets. I started doing 3, 4, 5 sets, and I lowered my rate of perceived exertion so that I was not hitting failure. I was staying a rep to 2 reps shy of failure on every single set. And I always had some left in the tank. And I would do this for 3 or 4 weeks, and I wouldn't really push myself super hard until that 4th week because I knew I was going to be able to deload next week and then come back and start over the whole thing again. I also switched from high bar to low bar squat, and I just like the way that low bar feels a lot better than high bar. If you don't know what the difference between low bar and high bar is when the barbell sits on top of your traps. Low bar is when the bar sits under your traps, around here. I like the way low bar feels better. I'm not gonna go into the science or the mechanics of this. I would just strongly recommend you try out low bar and high bar. Whichever one you like the best, go with it. Or if you're a powerlifter, you're probably going to be doing variations of both. So over the past year, I've acquired 3 pieces of equipment to help me squat more weight. And I've spent less than $100 on all 3 of these pieces. Number 1 is these Ace wrist wraps. I got 2 of these for both wrists, obviously. Under $10 for both. And I just wrap these around my wrist. On low bar squats, what you'll find is the bar likes to pull your wrist back, and this keeps my wrist from pulling back too far, so it takes a little bit of pressure off my wrist. So that I'm not worried about the pain in my wrist, and that increased my squats by a rep or 2 just because I was focused more on the squats than my wrist being pulled back. Once I got rid of that little problem, I got some really thick knee wraps. You can get these from Walmart for $20. These are Harbinger knee wraps. They're literally $20. They're extremely tight. You can wrap them kind of loose, just for some knee warmth. Or you can wrap them really, really tight if you want them to actually give you some assistance, and that will give you more weight on your squat right away. I would say up to 10 to 20 pounds. Here recently, I actually got this belt. I got this belt on Amazon for $55, which is kind of what this video was about in the first place. The reason that I made this video in the first place was to show you guys this belt and tell you what I thought about this belt, and then I put this belt on, and I literally doubled my reps. I'm like, I need to change the title and the name of this video to doubling my reps on squat, because that's exactly what I've done in the past 3 weeks. This is the Flex 2 belt. I got this belt on Amazon.com for $55. It's pretty good quality. I mean, you can tell it's cheaper than a $100, $120 belt. It's just kind of cheaply made in some spots, but at the same time, it's a $55 belt. And it's done its job very, very, very well, and I'm very happy with it. All in all, with the cheap wrist wraps, the cheap knee wraps, and the cheap belt, I've spent under $100. So around 3 weeks ago on the squat, I was hitting 405 for about 4 to 5 reps. I think 2 weeks ago I was getting it for 5, 3 weeks ago I was getting it for 4. Yesterday I hit 405 for 8 reps. I literally doubled my reps. Within 3 weeks. And literally the 2 things that I attest this to are, number 1, I deloaded all of this week. This is Sunday. I had the squats yesterday on Saturday. I deloaded Monday through Friday. That deload, that 5-day deload really gave me a lot of energy back. It really helped me recover a lot. And just that recovery allowed me to come back and really push some heavy weight on squat. I test this 4 rep PR to my deload and my weight belt. So I'm going to go out on a limb with you guys and tell you that this deload, along with this weight belt, along with having really tightly wrapped knee wraps and wrist wraps, doubled my reps on squat within 3 weeks. Mainly just the deload and the belt, because I've already been wearing the wrist wraps and the knee wraps. That's already been there for about a month now. So really just acquiring this $55 belt and taking a deload and coming back really fresh. Let's say you're currently hitting 365 on the squat for 4 reps, and you go and purchase a $55 Flex 2 belt off of Amazon. You get some $5 wrist wraps from Walmart. You get some $20 knee wraps from Walmart. And you start deadlifting, you start warming up your hips, you start doing the plie squats, however you say that, and you also start doing some dynamic stretching before your squats. I guarantee you, those sets of 4 to 5 with 365, those are going to double within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Those are going to double. And if I'm wrong, you can get your money back for what it is that I'm selling, which I'm not selling anything, so I'm not going to give you any money back. If you guys are beginners and you're only squatting 135 or 225 or 250 or anything below 300, I don't recommend anything yet. Just get used to the squat, get better on the squat, adapt more to the squat. Squat for 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years before you do anything. I've been squatting for 10 years. I literally just got this equipment this year. I didn't have anything before this year. I had no knee wraps, I had no belt, I had no wrist wraps. All I had was some little knee bandage wraps that were literally $5 for both, and I just use those to keep my knees warm. If you are an intermediate lifter, then this advice applies directly to you. You don't need to go out and spend $200 on a really expensive belt. You don't need to go out and spend $60 on really expensive wrist wraps. You don't need to go out and spend $50 or $60 on really expensive knee wraps. Now, I want to get all those luxurious items, but right now I'd rather spend money on camera gear and save money for an apartment than get expensive workout gear, because I'm trying really hard to adult here. I'm a business owner, but I'm also trying to adult here. And I think you guys should be doing the same. Don't spend all of your money on workout gear. Don't spend all of your money on your car. Don't spend all of your money going out on dates. Don't spend all of your money on food. Invest your money wisely if you are my age or younger and you are trying to progress in life. Sorry, that was kind of not workout related. I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. Plie squats for warm-ups, dynamic stretches for warm-ups, light sumo deadlifts for warm-ups, up your frequency, up your sets, deload every 3 to 4 weeks. If you're an intermediate lifter or above, get yourself a cheap weightlifting belt. Get yourself some wrist wraps and some knee wraps. Literally, if you do all those things, I promise you, you will double your reps on whatever you were squatting for 4 to 5 reps in the next 2 to 3 weeks. You will double your reps. This is 100% genuine. I'm not lying, trying to trick you guys in anything whatsoever. Closing thoughts on this belt, since this video was supposed to be about this belt. This belt was extremely cheap. It was $55. You can see in certain spots that it just looks a little bit cheap. It's kind of coming apart a little bit in the seams, but I don't care about what it looks like. The goal for me is just to have a belt that's providing me resistance, giving me something to push back against, and this belt does that beautifully. It's called the Flex 2. It even has a little bit of chrome on it. This was $55. It's not the most beautiful belt in the world. It's not perfectly crafted, but it does its job. It works just like any other lever belt out there, and that is exactly what I bought it for. I didn't buy it to have my name embroidered on the side and have pink and blue and dragons and awesome stuff all over it. I wanted a plain black belt. I didn't care if this was chrome or black or whatever. I just wanted a plain black lever belt that was 10 millimeters thick, and I got that. So for what it is, $55 on Amazon will get to your house in 3 days. This is a great deal for anyone that's looking to get their first lever belt. I recommend it. I strongly recommend it. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I will tell you guys that I'm shooting for that 500 squat by March. And I have plans to do so. I'm programming everything in to hit that 500 squat by March. If you'd like to know more about how I'm doing that, how I'm programming my squats right now, then let me know in the comment box below. I can make a separate video on that, or I could just answer you in the comment box below. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. I will see you guys next video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Like the video if you enjoyed the video. That helps me out a ton. I'm pretty sure that there's some sort of algorithm that you know, where likes do affect your subscribers and views and that sort of stuff. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure to ring that bell for notifications from your boy Jordan. I'll see you guys next video. All love.